Fox News also having some racial issues. Eric Bolling, who is a Fox Business host. Now, I've seen many clips with this guy. I've never seen him talk about business. Every single thing is about how Obama is doing this and he's doing that and he's destroying the country. Like, stocks are going up or they're going down. I don't know. It's Fox Business. All they ever do is bash Obama, right? For things that make sense, for things that don't make sense. Actually, I've hardly ever seen anything that makes sense on Eric Bolling's program or on Fox Business. You get business advice from Fox Business, you're going to lose a lot of money. Now, they're going to talk about how President Obama has a foreign leader in the White House. Now, from time to time, our president, whether he's a Republican or Democrat, has to meet with some questionable characters, some dictators, and by the way, some dictators we've been in favor of and some dictators we've been against, right? So they're going to take this, of course, as an opportunity to smear Obama because this leader is from Africa. So, of course, let's make some racial references. Here you go. Here's what he did.
Guess who's coming to dinner? A dictator. Mr. Obama shares a laugh with one of Africa's kleptocrats. It's not the first time he's had a hoodlum in his house. Smile for the birdie. Our president sitting with one of Africa's most wanted. It's not the first time he's had a hood in the big crib.
Oh, they're unbearable. I don't know what the worst part of that is. No, I do. It's not that they're racist. It's that they're trying to be cool. They think that's cool. He's had a hood in the crib. I'm Eric Bolling. I'm so cool. Aren't I cool? In his house. Oh, God, I used one of those terms. God, I'm so cool. And we linked Obama with an African guy and a dictator. And then you see, and Common, the rapper, they're all black and they're all hoods and they're all in the crib in his house. And then, of course, when challenged on this, they're like, what? Well, what do you mean? Sure, I just said that his house and all the hoodlums and stuff, and I showed a picture of black people. What do you mean? Right? So after a lot of pressure, next thing you know, Eric Bolling has decided that was not a good idea, and he's going to try to issue the quickest apology in the history of television. Let's watch.
One editorial note, on Friday we did a story about the president meeting with the president of Gabon. We got a little fast and loose with the language, and we know it's been interpreted as being disrespectful, and for that, I'm sorry. We did go a bit too far. More.
All right, well, it's an apology. Look, I'll take it. But fast and loose with the language, you have to understand something about television. Those two things that we showed you were taped. So they rolled tape on it. It was in the script. Doesn't mean that he didn't read it live, but it was in the script, and they had matched the video to the script. That means it was pre-produced. It was planned. It wasn't like Eric was talking, and he normally talks to his homies that way, and he was just saying all that stuff, and he got fast and loose in the middle of a conversation. No, it was planned. But nonetheless, all right, apology. I think we move on. Everybody's going to live. It was just a funny little moment. JR, I wouldn't go as far as a pardon, but not a national issue?
Yeah, sure it is.
Oh, it is. Oh, JR's not buying it. JR's worked up today.
Why isn't Eric Bolling getting some? I mean, he gets a 5-second apology. Big deal. I mean, as you said, this is planned. This is like something it's across the board. It's, you know, it's in the organization. It's organizational the way they do this. So, it's another. I don't know. The thing is, since it's on Fox, I mean, we don't expect anything like that to happen, and then a 5-second apology that didn't even acknowledge that they did something. We understand that it's been interpreted as being disrespectful. That is not saying it's disrespectful. That's not saying it was wrong. We apologize if we've hurt anyone. That's just another way of saying it. It's another non-apology.
Right.
But I don't expect anything from them anymore.
You're right. I have gotten immune to Fox. Like when I saw that, I wasn't outraged. I was like, well, that's Fox. Of course, that's if you go to Fox Business, what do you think they're going to do, right? But on the other hand, you know. Do you think that do you think it's a firing offense? I mean, I think they hired him to do that. So why would they fire him over that?
Yeah, you don't expect him to get fired because that was planned. That's what they want him to do. To sound like the fake-ass Jim Rome, who's already annoying.
Right.
And the hizzy. Did you hear me? The hizzy.
And that dude needs to button up his shirt a little bit. Look, you know me, I'd rather go tieless, right? But that guy's like, you know, he's like this, and he's like, what's up in the hizzy? Obama with another brother. All right, dude. All right. Button up. Okay.
That's the thing. I think the idea was to get, like, you know, Fox has their 90-year-old audience, and they're like, we're going to get these young Republicans who are up late, It seems like one of those late night shows like Red Eye. It looks like it's a similar show. So yeah, we're gonna get these 25 to 30-year-olds that say hizzy and they hate Obama. Fuck out of here.
Chair's worked up today, man.